Imagine this, a country so small that its entire population could fit inside a single football stadium. No football superstars, no billion-dollar league, no World Cup history. In fact, before this tournament, most people didn't even know where Cape Verde was. Yet somehow, this tiny island nation just eliminated some of the biggest names in world football. And against every prediction, Cape Verde reached the knockout stage of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. So how did a country with barely 500,000 people do what dozens of football giants couldn't? The answer is one of the greatest underdog stories the World Cup has ever seen. Before the tournament, Cape Verde wasn't supposed to be here. When analysts predicted the group stage, almost nobody had Cape Verde advancing. Some predicted 0 wins. Others expected them to finish last. It wasn't because they lacked passion. It was because football has always favored the biggest nations: Brazil, Argentina, France, Germany. Countries with millions of players and decades of history. Cape Verde had none of that. Just 10 small islands in the Atlantic Ocean, and one impossible dream. Then came the moment that changed the tournament. Cape Verde faced one of the favorites. Almost everyone expected the same outcome: a comfortable win for the football giant. Instead, Cape Verde stayed organized. They defended every attack. They refused to panic. Minute after minute, frustration grew. Then, one chance, one mistake, one goal. And suddenly, the entire football world was paying attention. This wasn't luck anymore. This was belief. Then came the moment that changed the tournament. Cape Verde faced one of the favorites. Almost everyone expected the same outcome: a comfortable win for the football giant. Instead, Cape Verde stayed organized. They defended every attack. They refused to panic. Minute after minute, frustration grew. Then, one chance, one mistake, one goal. And suddenly, the entire football world was paying attention. This wasn't luck anymore. This was belief. The impossible became reality. By the final group match, everything was in Cape Verde's hands. 90 minutes to change history forever. Every tackle mattered. Every save mattered. Every second felt like an hour. When the final whistle blew, players collapsed to the ground. Some cried, others simply stared into the crowd. Because they had just done something no Cape Verdean team had ever done before. They had reached the knockout stage of the FIFA World Cup. For millions of people back home, this wasn't just football. It was history. Cape Verde may never become a football superpower. They may never have the biggest stadiums or the richest league. But the 2026 World Cup proves something the sport keeps reminding us. Football doesn't belong only to the biggest countries. It belongs to those willing to believe. Every 4 years, one team captures the world's imagination. In 2026, that team was Cape Verde. And no matter what happens next, their story will never be forgotten.